ever find yourself worrying too much? Stay tuned. I got 3 secret strategies that I'm going to teach you today that's going to help you out. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming on in and joining us for the No More Blues webinar. I am your gal, Coach Valencia. I am the Gratitude Grandmaster, and I'm here to share with you guys today the wonderful and the transformative power of gratitude. It's a real thing, y'all. This is not wooey whatsoever. It is based on science, okay? And so it is really my pleasure to come before you guys today and start off with the No More Blues webinar. And we have Crystal, is that you? Hey, Crystal, you're looking beautiful. How are you?
I'm late. I'm trying to change my background.
Girl, that's okay. We're just now getting started, okay? Thank you so much for coming on in. You looking fabulous and beautiful as ever, girl. Okay. And you know what? I got something to put in your ear. I'm gonna send me your email address. I have it. I got it. I'm gonna send you an email after this, girl. I thought I was in meditation this morning. Crystal, you came upon my mind in my meditation. And girl, I got something. So we're gonna talk about it. I'll send you an email, okay? I'll send you a message, okay?
Okay.
So look, y'all, that's the way it is. Listen, I am Victorious Gal, the Gratitude Grandmaster. And the 3 secrets that I'm going to give you guys today, I'm excited about it. I hope you got your notebooks out. I hope you're ready for this. All right. Yep. This is not theory. I practice this. Okay. I'm going to get into it, guys. I'm not going to keep you long today. But just know this, I don't teach theory. I do this for myself. All right. And I'm letting y'all gather in. Okay. So in case you don't know who I am, I'm Val Dantzler, like I said, also known as the Gratitude Grandmaster. And I'm thrilled to have you guys here today for the No More Blues webinar. What you're going to learn, you're going to discover 3 elite strategies, guys, to rediscover joy and fulfillment in your life. And you guys will be able to practice these things immediately, okay, at the end of this masterclass. I like to call it a masterclass, okay? You got to listen to this, okay?
Diddy on line 3.
Take a miss.
I did that, sir.
Tell him stop.
I'm trying to get out of here.
Captions.
You got to promise me. Okay. Once you learn these strategies, you got to promise me that you're going to use them.
I tried that, but he said he can't stop, won't stop. He's calling now.
God, I need your help. Cheryl, I'm not about to. What? God, I beg you. Look, please. I can't help it. Okay. Usually I can do all things, but this is impossible. It's not impossible. We saw the tape. Okay. We saw the tape. You gonna say that wasn't you? All bloated, running down the hall? I ain't gonna lie. Well, yeah, well, that's the face. You a ridiculous. Now, is there anything else before I block your blessings? Everybody. Well, that's why you're here in the first place.
All right. So with that being said, guys, do not use these strategies for evil, but use them for good because they are powerful and they will change your life. But you got to go on to do something good and nothing evil. All right. Now, about me, I spent the last 4+ years helping women like you break free from depression and anxiety. Okay. My approach, it combines modern psychology with the transformative power of gratitude. Now, listen, I'm going to tell you my story real quick in case you don't know it. About 6 years ago, I was ready to say bye-bye to this world. I've gone through a lot of things in my life. All right. I'm not going to go through everything with y'all, but just imagine at the age of 7, losing your mom. But before that, when you were 2 years old, you saw your daddy give your mama a black eye at 2. And then going on, other things happened to me, right? I was a victim of domestic abuse, right? I've had lots of challenges in my life as far as financial challenges, relationship challenges, and all of that. My story may not be as dramatic as other people's story out here, right? But I'm just letting you know, everybody has been through something in their lives that has traumatized them, right? A lot of us, okay? Especially if you got the same skin color as me. I'm just going to let you know, scientifically, it's already, and I'm basing this on science, it's already known that if you got a skin color like me and you're in this world today, you've already been traumatized. Now, that's not good news, right? But I'm going to tell you that you can take these traumas and you can turn them around for your good. Yes, you can reprogram yourself. Now, I was a person where I was about to say down and out, and then I discovered some of these strategies that I'm going to tell you about, and it started turning my life around. In fact, after practicing the first one I'm going to talk about today, in 30 days, I was at the point where I wanted to live, and you couldn't tell me anything else. I wanted to live. And I still practice these strategies today. And so I'm an authority on it. And I am living, as you can see, I'm living today, and I'm more than living. So listen, this is why I'm qualified to give this information to you. So not only did the first transformational strategy help me, I went on because it helped me in 30 days. And guys, I'm talking a good 20, 30 years. Ever since I was 2 years old. I found, I'm not telling my age, but you know, I say black don't crack, but okay. I'm telling you, for a long time, for 20, 30 years, remember thinking about ending my life. But ever since I came in contact with these strategies, ever since I actually learned, man, wait a minute, I can change. Then I did change. And I know now, because I'm an elite neuroencoding specialist, I know exactly why I felt the way that I felt for so long, why I felt like saying bye-bye to this world. And I also know exactly why I was able to bring myself out of it. Now, I was able to bring myself out of it without any medications or anything like that, right? That might be different for you. I'm not a doctor. I'm only telling you guys what's worked for me, but I've helped a lot of other ladies it's worked for as well, okay? So I am very qualified to bring this information to you. Now, where am I going? All the way to the top, because there's too many people out here that need to know what I know, where you're bringing gratitude and modern science together, even quantum physics together, right? And making it work, making it make sense and making it work for you. And who's invited? Everybody. Now, I feel like my mandate is really to help women. I really feel a pull on my heartstrings for women, Maybe it's because I'm a woman, right? But everybody is invited to come along with you. Bring your husband, bring your boyfriend, because they need to understand how to think too. Today, we're talking about the worry-free toolkit. This is the agenda. I'm giving you the secrets up front. You're going to discover the 3 secrets to these elite strategies. The first one is the one that I started with, that I didn't even know what I was doing back then. I heard somebody talk about a video and talk about practicing gratitude. I didn't really know it. Didn't even say the word gratitude. The first secret is the gratitude transformation method. We're going to go into it. The second is the conscious living blueprint. And then the third is the mindful practices for daily inner peace. First, let's connect. If you hear me right now, maybe watching a replay, but I want you to type your location in the chat if you can. I really want to know where you're coming in from, right? Because look, my whole mandate is to reach the world. Now, you may be here in the United States, and that's wonderful. I like that too. I want to know what part of the country you are connecting from, okay? But then if you may be all around across the waters, because I've had England here, I've had Japan here, Canada just up the way, all of that. And I love it. Pennsylvania. So Crystal says she's here from Pennsylvania. You know, my daddy was from Pennsylvania. He was from Philly. Okay. So I special shout out for Philly is in my heart. In fact, I got some Philly in me to tell you. I got some Philly in me for real. And it's not a joke. It's for real. All right. I got some Philly in me and I'm proud. I'm proud to say that. Okay. So that's wonderful. Yeah. So we are affecting the whole world and we want to reach the entire world. So now get your notepads out because secret number one, like I said, is the gratitude transformation method. Now, this is the one that saved my life because after the first week of practicing this, I didn't know what it was going to do. In fact, I knew it wasn't going to work. I'd already planned to say goodbye. I said, okay, I'm going to give this 5 days is what I said. I already know what I'm going to do. I know how I'm going to do it. I know everything. All right. But I just said, let me just try because I didn't want God, the great I am, the universe, Jesus, whoever you want to call it. I didn't want to be standing there before him. And I didn't want him to say, well, I sent you something. Why didn't you use it? Why didn't you do it? Now you done this. It's irreversible. So I said, okay. At least let me try. And it was the gratitude transformation method. I did it for 5 days straight. And by the end of the 5 days, I felt a little bit better to the point that I said, well, let me just delay what it is I'm going to do. And I'm going to do it again. And then I felt a little bit more better after that 5 days. Another 5 days went, I felt better. Another 5 days came. You couldn't tell me anything. I wanted to live. I made the decision. No. It's not out. No. I got too many. Oh my God, I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for that. Oh my goodness. And things at that point were starting to happen. People were I was starting to meet random people, guys. Would smile at me, send me a blessing, encourage me. They had no idea what I was going through. And I started harnessing these things and it changed my whole world. And guys, it's still happening today. I was on YouTube the other day. I was listening to somebody I like to listen to. His name is Myron Golden. And he mentioned a book. Now, when he mentioned a book, I said, you know what? I ought to be honest with myself. I've gotten away from reading. I know I need to read. That's a part of my brain that I've got to tap into, that I've got to develop. You know, I need to get back to reading. And he started talking about a book. And he was talking about it. He just referred to it just a little bit. And I said, oh, that's a book. That sounds like a book that I would really like to get. You know what? I said, you know what? I'm going to have to order that book. I'm going to order that book. And that was it. I just let it go. I really didn't think about it anymore. Well, guys, in my office here, there's a hallway. There's a lot of business people here, right? And I was walking down the hall and listen, I'm telling you guys the truth. I looked and there was this book, the very book sitting on the shelf. The very book that I said, there's no other books around it. The very book that I said, I need to get that book. Y'all, is right here. This is the book. I didn't order it. It was sitting on the table as though the universe had the book for me. In fact, I got it quicker than I could have ordered it. And it's a brand new book, guys. No name, not in any wrapping, just sitting on the table. Nobody there, just waiting on me. And guys, I'm starting to tremble a little bit in my voice because you're going to understand the power that you have. Just go through these processes that I'm telling you about. Just give yourself that. Go through these processes and you're going to discover that you're going to be able to manifest what it is that you want. But you got to clear your mind first. Okay, so let's get into it. Have you ever felt like something is missing in your life? Even when everything seems perfect on the outside, but you feel like something is missing. Let me tell you about Danielle. Danielle, beautiful young girl. Danielle, her dad was an attorney, a long-time old attorney. Danielle, she grew up, and this is not her real name, by the way, okay? But Danielle grew up always with the best in life. She went to an Ivy League school. Danielle just always had it quote unquote going on. You know, she grew up in a really nice house. You know, she's always had stuff because, you know, her parents, they just had it like that. They were able to give that to her, right? And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So Danielle went to Ivy League college, which is great, graduated top of her class. She came down here working for one of the banks as a bank attorney. She looks around. She doesn't see a lot of people like her. It was like that in school too. Although there may have been like a little bit more, but when she got to her job, she really looked around that boardroom table and she didn't see anybody that looked like her. So you can imagine the pressures that she had to endure. You can imagine how hard the work was for her, for anyone. Pressures, deadlines. On top of, yeah, she felt empty despite her success as a bank attorney. But through the gratitude transformation method, she found joy and commitment or contentment, joy and contentment. And you believe me, she went through some stuff. Okay. The gratitude transformation method, it consists of course, your daily gratitude journaling. This is the one thing that I began to do. So instead of thinking about, oh, I'm grateful for this or I'm grateful for that, I don't know about y'all, but can y'all remember what y'all were doing yesterday at this time? Look at your watch or your phone right now. What were you doing yesterday at this time? You can't remember it. You probably cannot remember it. So if you go around thinking, well, I'm just going to observe, I'm just going to think about what I'm grateful for, and that's it. And you know, today we're distracted all the time. There's lots of distractions out there. There's social medias. We're getting pop-up messages. There's stuff on the TV. There's music, all kinds of distractions out there. That's why we can't remember stuff. We gotta what? Write it down. So with the daily gratitude journal, yes, you're gonna journal, you're gonna write it down. You're gonna write down 3 to 5 things every day that you're grateful for. Just try it for 5 days. That's it. Just 5 days. Write down 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for. I don't care how small and minute they are. Write them down. When I started, I was the one that would wake up in the morning thinking about all her problems. I mean, before I even got up real good, the money that I didn't have in the bank, the relationships that went bad. Oh, woe is me. But it was. I was a victim. And that's all I could rehearse in my head. So it was very hard for me to think about what I was grateful for. But I sat there and I up in bed with my journal. This is my new gratitude journal, by the way. But I said, gosh, if I'm going to do this thing, let me do it, right? Like, I can't have my journal on the other side of the room because I won't do it. I can't leave my journal in the living room and say that I'm going to get up and go into the living room and do my gratitude. I know I'm not going to do it. I probably won't even think about it. So I had to put it beside me. You may be different. I had to put it beside me. So when I woke up in the morning and I would feel, all of a sudden I would feel it and I would say, oh, I got to do my gratitude journal just by feeling it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it. So I wrote down 3 to 5 things I was grateful for every single day. Now, as a neuroencoding and elite neuroencoding specialist, I know that what you write, you invite. Like there's science to that. It gets into your subconscious mind, what you write. Now, in this journal, you can only write the good, never the bad. This is not the time for you to just write all your problems, everything that went wrong. No, you know that too well. No. Only the good. Think of a daughter or a granddaughter or a great granddaughter or a great granddaughter that you'll never get a chance to meet. Think of her opening this up, finding this and opening it up for wisdom. And you're just putting down little things that you're grateful for. It may be, oh, I see the sun coming through the window. It's beautiful. I'm so happy and grateful. That little girl, your great granddaughters. Oh, look at grandma. Look, she would just, all she's got in here is just the good stuff, just little stuff. And then it turns into big stuff. This is a practice. Do it. What you're doing is you're reprogramming your mind. You're reprogramming your subconscious mind. You are putting something good in it. You are reinforcing it instead of all the bad. You're taking control. Daily gratitude journal. Now, the gratitude visualization is another part of this. So I had got to the point where I wanted to learn meditation. I would try meditating. Would fail. I couldn't do it. Oh, I just was get frustrated to the point where I just stopped trying, right? But I found that doing this gratitude, like instead of all of that jibber jabber and that fast thinking and all that going through my head, I was actually able to slow my thoughts down a little bit. It's almost like you're running, 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 and you're out of breath. Instead of being out of breath, it's like you're able to breathe, to really breathe. So it's almost like my brain calmed down. And it was like, ah. And I was able to start meditation and visualization. I began to play a movie in my own head instead of having to watch one on TV. I came up with my own visualization, and my visualization is the same one I do today. My visualization is my ultimate day. What does that look like? Who am I with? What does it smell like? Where am I? How does it feel? All that. What am I doing? What's happened in my life that I'm proud of, that I'm happy about? What kind of relationships do I have in my life? What kind of people have I met? And I just feel so good that I like them and they like me. Because you know what? 6 years ago, I had none of that. Didn't even know how to get it. So I started visualizing and playing in my mind my ultimate day and everything that went with it, the feelings, everything that went with it. And it's a movie in my head. So when I meditate, I'm playing some nice music and I am got my eyes closed and I'm visualizing this scene in the movie. Now let me tell y'all something. This is when quantum physics comes in. Quantum physics is like spirituality, but it's really based on science. Like science, like they've been in Japan. They've done an experiment between Japan and Australia. And they will have a ball at a certain frequency in Japan. And then they'll have another ball in Australia. And all of a sudden, this frequency, these balls get on these frequencies and they start resonating together, even though they're so many miles, thousands and thousands of miles away from each other. They are resonating at the same speed in the same direction because they're on this same frequency. And you know what they've decided with this? Thoughts are things. We know this. Look at the clothes you got on. Somebody had to think about designing that, coming up with that top, that design, and now it's a thing. The glasses on your face. Somebody had to come up with that shape, that concept, everything, and now it's a thing. Thoughts become things. So if you can visualize something, and the key is to believe it. Believe that it is true. It is true. Guess what happens? It feels that frequency and it starts to actually come towards you. Now I know that sounds woo-woo, but it's based on science too. Okay. And I can tell you this, that when I started my visualization, there was no way I didn't see any of this. Nothing, not even what I'm doing now was not doing that. I didn't design all this to say that I'm going to do. No, I was trying to save my life. I didn't think the thing was going to work. But now I see it, guys. Certain things, certain people have come into my life since then that have been an answer to my dreams. I can see the dream happening. I can see it unfolding. Okay. I can see it. The places that I've gone, the places that I am right now, it was all in my dream. And I'm doing it. I'm living it right now. And it all hasn't come into completion. But man, I can see it coming. Okay. Like I can see it. So now I've got to start thinking beyond it. But that is the gratitude visualization. You got to do it. Spend time with it. I like to do it right before either before or after I journal, right? And the third of the gratitude transformation method is expressing gratitude. You got to express it. You have to audibly express gratitude to people. When people do something for you, or just if they're nice, They're not even trying to do anything for you, but they're nice. It might be the customer service lady on the phone, and she's nice to you. Tell her, thank you for being nice to me today. I really appreciate it. And mean it. Mean it. Crystal, I'm so happy you're on here today. And I'm telling you, that's a manifestation too. Now, because at the beginning of this, I said, Crystal, I thought about you this morning during my meditation. I hadn't thought about Crystal, to be honest, Crystal. I hadn't thought much about you, but you came up in my daggone meditation this morning, and I got an idea. And look who's on here right now, Crystal. Crystal didn't tell me she was getting on today. I didn't even know she knew about this. Y'all, manifestation is powerful. All right, let me go on because I don't want to be here all day. I'm not trying to keep y'all all night. All right, but I hope y'all are getting something out of this. Now, Danielle's transformation. Danielle started with a few minutes of gratitude journaling and visualization exercises each morning, along with purposefully expressing gratitude to others. And within weeks, she felt more positive, confident, and connected. See, that was the thing for her. That job could be cutthroat sometimes, and she lost her connection to people around her, right? And then she started not liking the job. And then she started noticing all the things that she didn't like about the job. And it became hard and difficult for her. And it was a conflict because she went to Ivy League school, right? She had all these things, right? Growing up. But she wasn't happy. But by practicing this gratitude transformation, guess what? She became more connected. Even the homeless person she would see on the street, she would feel a connection with it because of practicing this gratitude. And she started using her skills for good. She started using her skills to help people who were maybe less fortunate than her. And that was love. And she became grateful. And it gave her more purpose in her life. And now today, she's so happy. And she fell in love really with herself for like the first. Secret number 2 is conscious living blueprint. So do you often feel like life is happening to you rather than you living it? Sometimes we feel like we're zombies, okay? Like we're just going through the motions. I get it. I know. You look up and you say, well, dang, where'd all the years go? What have I been doing all this time? When do I get to do what I want to do, right? So there's something called the conscious living blueprint. So meet Sarah. Sarah, she is an accountant. She's a CPA and transformed her life by adopting the conscious living blueprint. All right. And she went from always feeling overwhelmed. She wasn't living a life that she wanted to live, all these deadlines and all these things she had to do and how she's going to do it. And life was just miserable. Feeling overwhelmed is that's not a good feeling. And she transformed her life from that to having intention and purpose in her life and joy. It's like you just look at things differently with this conscious living blueprint. You seeing the same things, but you're able to put some good glasses on there, you can really see. And the conscious living blueprint, is comprised of mindful awareness, okay? Being aware of the state that you're in. Because if you're not aware that you're like a zombie right now, if you're not aware of, wait a minute, what do I really want? You're going to keep doing it. So become mindfully aware of where you are, of what you're feeling, of what state you are in. And make intentional choices. You can choose, wait, I don't like the state that I'm in. I don't like what I'm thinking right now. What just triggered me? I don't like this. So therefore, let me make the intention to change it. And with the conscious living blueprint, I give you keys that you can use to change your state like that. Because if you take the things that traumatize you, if you take the things, if you're able to become aware of what triggers you, and you can take those things and you can use it to make a click in your brain to say, let me do something a little bit different, like using the stop technique and other things like that I go into deeper, like smiling, looking up and smiling, noticing that I'm feeling down and doing something about it, no matter you feel like, well, this is corny. Well, guess what? Feeling overwhelmed is not a great feeling. Which one would you rather have? Okay. But making intentional choices to change it because you are aware. Okay. And then, of course, number 3 is the gratitude practice. Everything is gratitude. Practicing that gratitude is a part of the conscious living blueprint. Even to the point, list a higher level of gratitude, practicing that. Well, daggone it, I know I'm not feeling good right now. I'm aware that I'm not feeling good right now. I can see what triggered me off. And guess what? I'm grateful that I got the sense enough to stop and become aware of this. That's another level of gratitude, of being grateful for the stuff that ticks you off, of being grateful for the stuff that gives you pain. Because then, if you're aware of it, you can change it. So Sarah's transformation, Sarah practiced mindfulness during her morning routine and noticed a profound change in her overall happiness. Okay. Again, she had a morning routine. It's something about these morning routines I found doing a lot of my research that some of the most successful people, they have morning routines. Why? Because it really does do something to the rest of your day. It magnetizes the rest of your day. Just doing small things, right? Secret number 3 is mindful practices for everyday peace. Listen, imagine waking up each day feeling peaceful and content, no matter what challenges come your way. Waking up and smiling and being excited about, I get another day to get it right. My newest thing is this. Hey, how you doing? Man, I'm great. I woke up on the right side of the bed and I got another day to get it right. And it looked like both of us got the chance too, by the way, to get it right. That's enough to be grateful for right there. Okay? Wake up smiling, no matter what state you're in. No matter if your environment around you looks crazy, you got crazy stuff going on, you still woke up. You got another chance to get it right. Emily's story. That's our last story for today. Emily is a restaurant manager. She deals with customers all day long, which can be very, very demanding and frustrating. She found peace through integrating mindful practices into her everyday life. She went from on the verge of being fired, and she was to the point, I don't care. She was mad. She's a restaurant manager. These people complaining, got employees that don't want to work, don't show up. They got attitudes, all kind of stuff going on in the back. And then she got the customers coming at her too, because stuff's not right. No, she didn't have good customer service. She got to the point where she really just didn't care. Y'all have gone to places where people were waiting on you and they just act like they just don't care. They're beat down, but they let themselves get beat down. Okay. And I know because I've been that way too. All right. Low morale. She was about to be fired. But then she used these practices and guess what she got? She turned it around. She became manager of the year, guys, recognized as manager of the year. Her transformation is incredible. Okay. I'm telling you. But it came from her inside of herself. She had something called a come to Jesus meeting. Right. I had her go back in time for me. Go back. When you got the when you got the okay that you got hired for the job, how did you feel? Okay, why did you feel that way? Had to kind of go back. And a few other processes like breath work. Breath work is amazing. In fact, do it with me. We're going to inhale 3 seconds, hold it at the top 3 seconds, and then we're going to exhale for 3 seconds. Let's just see how we feel. Come on. Did you do it? Did you do it? You got a smile on your face. You got a smile on your face like I got a smile on my face. That's a real smile because that felt good. Okay. That felt really daggone good. So imagine if you did breath work in the morning for 5 minutes. Imagine how you would feel. Just that. Thank you, Crystal. Crystal said it felt good. Imagine if you spent 5 minutes. You probably would want that 5 minutes to turn into 10 minutes. But let's just do 5 minutes in the morning of breath work, okay? And let's just do another 5-10 minutes of mindful movement. Mindful movement is stretching, really slow. Mindful movements are kind of slow movements or easy movements, right? These are movements where like stretching. I love stretching. Stretching where you feel it. Oh, you feel it. You feel that stretch, but it feels so good. It hurt a little bit, but it feels good, right? Because you're working some things out. This is mindful movement. Yoga, okay, is a form of mindful movement, right? Even outside, taking a nice leisurely walk, pleasant, noticing the sun, how it feels on your skin, right? Noticing the trees, actually hearing and listening for the birds to be singing. Mindful movement incorporated into your life. Every day, you can stretch for 5 minutes every day. Okay? You can do breath work for 5 minutes every day. And then you know you're going to eat. Now, if you like me, you love eating. I love to eat. I love food, right? And sometimes I get to the point where I'm just gobbling. I'm gobbling the food down. I'm not even tasting the food. I'm just know that I'm hungry and I'm gobbling it down. But what good is that, really? I'm not really enjoying it. Like it looks so good. I'm just devouring it, right? But mindfulness eating is savoring. What does it feel like in your mouth? What does it taste like on the tongue? Are there different parts of your tongue that's picking up different? Is it more sweet in the back and more sour up front? Mindful eating, slowing it down. These mindfulness practices slow you down so that you can speed up and you can be the best that you can be. And you're going to say, yeah, I'm doing great. Leave yourself a little note. Yeah, because you are. You're doing great. Okay. Now, Emily's transformation, she started 5 minutes of breath work in the morning and noticed a significant reduction in her anxiety. She felt calm, slowing it down. She felt calm and offered a much better experience for those around her. So not just for herself, but those around her in the restaurant. Look, anybody ever work for somebody and when the boss is upset, then you kind of get upset? But if they're calm and everything's cool, you be cool. So she started, you know what? Let me just be cool. She's like, I'm one person. I can only be one person. I can't be, I know I got 10 things to do, but I can only do one at a time. All right. And guess what? I'm human. And that means everybody else in here is human too. And it's the same thing. They could do one thing at a time. So all this coming at me, all this mad and you can be mad. Why am I going to let something outside of me affect the me on the inside? I should be affecting me on the inside and it should come out. This is what this breath work did. This is what the mindfulness movement did. This is what mindful eating did, slowing it down so that you can harness your power and you can clear up and get more understanding. People were at first coming at her, but she stayed calm, didn't let people frustrate her, because she know I'm only one person, right? And they're one person too. And I hear you. My heart is good. I'm gonna do the best I can for you. She would just smile more. And then people around her started calming down too, right? She got the manager of the year because she was able to calm herself down, get rid of the anxiety, and focus on the main thing. She's not being a zombie, but it's living your life, living, smiling. The quality of life is important. So here's a recap. What we've covered. We covered these 3 secret strategies, which is the gratitude transformation method, the conscious living blueprint, and the mindfulness practices for everyday peace. I hope that you're going to take these practices, okay? And you're going to do them. I hope you took notes, all right? Because they're powerful. But imagine the possibilities. Imagine applying these strategies. They're going to bring some positive shifts in your life. But what if you had ongoing support and a deeper guidance with this? What if? So I want to present to you limitless living. Okay. And I've got a lot of resources here and bonuses that I want to include in this. So I talked about gratitude journaling, right? Well, we have a 30-day gratitude journal. It's beautiful. Okay. It's beautiful. And each day is different. It gives you prompts each day that you go inside, take that 5 minutes, right? Calm down and write out. Answer the prompts. 3 prompts. Answer the prompts, right? And it's so beautiful that the experience itself is wonderful. Okay. And then we have the Limitless Living Reveal Your Hidden Blocks test. Now, remember I talked about, especially if you look like me, you got hidden blocks. You got trauma. Okay. There's stuff that has to be kind of worked out. Well, the Reveal Your Hidden Blocks test, it tells you what those triggers are. It tells you what those hidden blocks are that you're not aware of. And it's part of epigenetics too. It might have been something that your granddaddy did. Maybe he was into arguing and drinking all the time, and now you find yourself be getting hot. But like that, right? That's a hidden block, but it's also epigenetics. It has nothing to do with you. It's coming from our ancestors, okay? So these are going to help you reveal your hidden blocks, but it's also going to tell you what to do about them. Now, with this, you're going to get a private session with me, an hour private session. So I'd like for you to have done your Reveal Your Hidden Blocks test first, because then that's going to open it up for you so that you can maximize your session. Okay. Along with this Limitless Living bundle, you're going to also get, or it's really the No More Blues bundle is what I'm calling it. You get the Worry to Action. It's a workbook, right? And there's a video that goes along with it. You're going to get that. And of course, you're going to get your Limitless Living 10 affirmations for executive women, right? Which is beautiful as well. These can be posted up. They're beautiful to look at. See, everything's got to be beautiful, right? You deserve beauty in your life, right? Because it makes you want to do it. You can put them up on your wall or you can put them in your journal. But it's beautiful. And say your affirmations, right? And the more you go through this process, the better that this experience is going to be for you and the stronger it's going to be for you. Okay. So with these special bonuses, again, the affirmations for executive women, the Limitless Living 30-day gratitude journal, the hidden barriers test to reveal your unseen hidden blocks, that right there is really already a $400 value right there. But not to mention, you're going to get a private one-on-one coaching session with me. and it's geared towards your goals. You will receive a personal action plan based on your subconscious blocks and what you want to accomplish in your life. This session is for you. You're going to get a very nice, detailed blueprint on what to do. Now, many people have had transformations just with that one session. And with all of these bonuses with it, you're going to get your transformation, okay? And then there's a 4-part video series, all right, that you're going to get with techniques in each video. You're going to learn a technique in each video, right? And you're going to get that Worry to Action workbook, which is 4 hours of content plus a workbook. That's a $400 value. So basically, it's a $997 value for $147 today, which is a bargain. All right. This is the No More Blues bundle. And normally it's $297 is what it is normally. However, you can scan this QR code right now, right? Or you can go to the website, which is a bit.ly. It's bit.ly/Coach Valencia, right? Or just scan this right here and you'll have it. And it's good for 48 hours. You can get this for a limited time offer for $147, which is really a steal. But it's my pleasure to do it for you. And along with that, I am giving you a 30-day money back guarantee. So if you don't like the coaching session and you feel like you didn't get anything out of this coaching session, you took the Limitless Living 30-day gratitude journal, you did that every day with your visualizations, and you still say you didn't get anything from it, you did your affirmations, you went all through that workbook and you watched the videos and you learned brand new techniques in each one, and you still say that you didn't get your money's worth, well, guess what? You got a 30-day money back guarantee. So I'm confident this program, but if you're not satisfied, you're going to get your money back, no questions asked. So now I'd like to open it up for questions, okay? So if anyone has any questions, this now is the time for you to ask any questions that you have. You can ask me anything from the information that I went over. You can ask any questions that you have. Any questions, right? Or if not, scan that QR code and get your deal before it runs out. If anybody has any questions, you can drop it in the chat. I'm watching the chat. Or if you want to come on the mic and ask me any questions, you can do so. Guys, it really has been my pleasure to come on here today and to talk to you guys about this. This is my calling. This is my mandate to the world. And it saved my life. And I know it's going to save a lot of other people's lives. I want to thank you guys for coming on here today. We do this on every Sunday. Okay. And you guys can come back. If you need to hear it again, you can hear it again. If you like to invite some other people, feel free to invite other people. That being said, guys, I thank you so much for coming on here today. And that's all that I got for you. And I hope that it was a blessing. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.